Alright guys, so we've made some advancements. It's want to have a bit of chat about. Basically, charge controllers still up on the wall. Still got our inlet power like so, still connected with the alligator clips to our little lithium bank. We've got an addition, little 50 amp Anderson plug. The other end of that 50 amp Anderson plug services a 32 amp AC, I know, circuit breaker, which feeds this little 600 watt inverter, which is connected to a watt hour meter. So now we've got a way to plug in like I'm just about to. Plug in our power wall. Click on the breaker. It should even tell us we're making power. 234 volts. There we go. So we've got 234 volts coming out this end, and we've got a solar panel going in this end. That easy. Just ran the multimeter, still even turned on, over the cells, and we're 0.12 volt out. We've just got one that's a little bit higher than the rest. I've just got on eBay a minute ago and ordered one of the little cell log 8s. I was going to put these on it so we could have independent cell monitoring, and it'll just show me all three. Can't find one, I'm missing one. I've got two of them, but we need one more. So that's where we're at. Now, right now my plan is, let's connect up the something to the inverter, give it a bit of a run test. We've got a 12.4 volts up on the gauge up there. Run a bit of current out of this and see what happens. I'll find a load for us. Alright, so I found a load we can use. We're going to use this Milwaukee battery charger because that's a fairly commonly used thing here. Obviously, you can see some of the Milwaukee batteries I've got in the pile there that are all being charged up after I pulled them out of my work van. So I'm using 1.4 watts at the moment. I've got two small batteries and a big battery. Take that back, the big battery still doesn't even need charge yet. Those two will. There we go, we've got 127 watts. Little fan on the inverter's kicked in. 0.1 of a volt. Voltage drop. 128 watts being consumed. So we're going to find something to bump this wattage drawer up. Okay, so I've got three batteries on the charge. These ones are only just started charging. They're pretty much full still. We got a 290, 300 watts, 317, 20, 30. Really pushing the current out. Still got 12.1 up there. Beautiful heavy cables, by the way. They're off a 4x4 inch. 330 watts. We're generating heat and the fan is on. There's nothing wrong with that. I believe these cheap inverters fans are just load based rather than temperature based. Oh, that was nice. 233 volts. It's a good voltage to be holding. So we're currently running at what you'd call half rated capacity, and holding between 12 and 12.1 volts pretty nicely. We've Realistically, the weak point of the circuit's the circuit breaker, because it's a 32 amp AC circuit breaker. 330 watts we're pulling. We'll see how many watt hours we pull by the time we've got these couple of batteries charged. I'll come back. Alright, so we did top those two batteries off and charge that one from pretty much flat. Got another one on there now, pulling about 65 watts. Still haven't pulled 100 watt hours. We've got a nice voltage of 237, which is a nice output for one of these. Sometimes they can be low and be like 200, and sometimes they can be stupidly high and go like up to 260, 270 when they've been silly. We've still got 12 volts with a 60 watt draw. You need to turn the oscillator off so that when we turn it on in the morning, the watt hour meter resets and turns on properly. Yeah, well, all we can do is hope we get a nice sunny day tomorrow and give it a good charge up. We need to modify the charge controller again so our stop voltage is correct, because that could have been really bad if I didn't do that. And we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep you updated in a couple of days' time. And we might even do a draw off test. I've got a little 150 watt floodlight out of my work van, so I'll plug that in and run that for a couple of hours and see how many watt hours we can actually translate to 240 volt AC. 600/1200 watt power. Inverter's a good thing. It's got some nice cables on it now and a decent size circuit breaker, Anderson plug, good connections to the battery pack, and yeah, we're travelling. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch us on the next one.